concept of little brother is a common theme across rivalry games, but there is one where that term has floated predominantly over the landscape of a matchup. And when the Paul Bunyan Trophy is up for grabs, there is nothing little when these brothers start battling. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Spartans will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Michigan's offense will get first crack at it here. Obviously, both sides love to win this rivalry game, but when Michigan State does it, it's almost as if they enjoy it more, and they love taking a close one last year.
Well, they enjoy it more because they're talked about all the time as the little brother. They're looked at as inferior. So I think Michigan State always loves to hit it to the big Michigan, hail to the victors. And
breaks into the open. Big pickup on that, and they'll mark him out at the 40.
And how about that start for the offense in this game? You could not ask for a better play. They come out firing, going down the field. They get a huge completion. What a way to begin this football contest.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Rides it and reads it. Got enough for the first down. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Dropping back, it's Golden. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Touchdown, Wolverines! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
this offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Michigan State's offense will take the field for the first time. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man. He is the guy. He is priority number one.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Jordan. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35. Finds a seam. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Smarty. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. The give on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Back to throw, it's Golden. Finds his tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
To the air on 2nd down. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. Great place to start for this offense. Hands it off. Takes it the other way. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Worthy. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards of chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stopped him short of the marker. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Rushes on him. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Sparty's defensive front is dominating. They have a great history of doing that.
Yeah, getting after the quarterback, man. Getting off the football, getting upfield, being disruptive, being a great defense that can stop the run and find the quarterback. Man, that's what you like to see if you're a Spartans fan.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. pocket breaking down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Leaves it with the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan State.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. On the read, he'll take it himself. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? Little brother. That stung Michigan State so bad.
It's a running room. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. You got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. To throw, it's Golden. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Man, this tight end, he is like a receiver once he has the ball, isn't he? He's so elusive. He can make people miss. He's got some wiggle, and he's got some speed. This defense, they have their hands full.
Touchdown, Michigan! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and then put points on the board.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game, and he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he's going to bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looks as if he's going to run it. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Finds the tight end. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Punt is on its way. Wants to return it. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. There he goes. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Golden. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He makes the catch. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. To the air on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Punts it out of the air. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to keep it in the air. Heading to the end zone. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slip.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverine.
And there's no secret about line up in goal line formation. I'm going to run the ball down your throat. My guys are more physical than you. 6 points on the play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan Trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. I'm talking about ranking trophies.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncovered.
The Spartans will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it in the house, but they got him at the 24. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Golden. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Finds his big tight end.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 11. And the Wolverines are on the move. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Michigan.
One of the areas they really focused on this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Rutgers is currently ahead in this one. The folks in Piscataway have been in a frenzy all week, but they're in the birthplace of college football. This one is close. They're up by 6 over Wisconsin. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing.
And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Wells. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So now it's second and long. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Right on the money. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Looking to throw, it's Jordan. Oh, he makes the catch. He stopped short, and it's fourth down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the field goal unit is on the field. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Smashes it between the uprights. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He had visions of glory on that return, but he'll step out of bounds at the 29. So here comes the Michigan offense. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Got a man in the middle. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Keeps looking downfield. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Back to pass, it's Golden. Escapes the pressure to his right. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. We got a timeout. first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Floating away. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And the extra point is good, and the score is 35-17. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And as an offense, man, the last place you want to be is 3rd and long. And I think he's just got to put a little bit more muscle in that football. It comes up short. Got to step into it, throw that maybe a little bit harder. But this offense...
He'll off one deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Extending the play. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Jordan. Got his man quickly. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Spartans!
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute and score, and that's going to help their confidence.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much to break down from a spirited first half between Michigan and Michigan State with the Paul Bunyan Trophy at stake. These quarterbacks have been wheeling and dealing. A little bit of everything through 2 quarters. Exactly what we expected all week, if not even exceeding those lofty expectations. Feels like the defense that can at least contain one of these dual threats is going to be celebrating a hard-fought victory, although easier said than done. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Michigan State plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Wolverines will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Fires to the right. Got his man. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. It's complete to the left. Turning it on. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Spartans are marching down the field. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sparty. And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
He'll bring it out. It's Jamison. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. The give to the tailback. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They go to the ground. Got a little space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Golden. Buys a little time. That's caught. It's Jamison. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
I tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Little touch pass to the receiver. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Fires to the big fella. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Really nice nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on...
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Colorado State is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Cam the Ram isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by a field goal over Utah State. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West?
Oh, he's got some space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Jordan. The short hands, it's Richard. Made a defender miss. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Here's the handoff. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Pulls it in, it's Coates. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. Rides the back on the option, the give. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. They'll run play action. It's complete on the right side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Jesse, that's like a throwback to yesteryear, tossing it to a pass-catching fullback.
It's nice to know as a quarterback, when things aren't open downfield, you can find the big fella for a check down.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense trying to take it back. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Running back searching for a hole. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
They're going to ride this running back. Good blocking, good running, pick up with 6 out to the 30.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big. When he gets that handoff going to the right, he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Man, that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. He breaks a tackle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. He's loose down the middle. He's at the and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines. The Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much. In the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting, Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. Just takes one play, Dave.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys, the ones that are talked about in this rivalry is inferior to Michigan all the time. You've got a chance to keep fighting, show them what's inside your chest.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking for a gap. It's working. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to throw, it's Jordan. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Coates. He has a knack for taking away the tackler's leverage. He's out to the 34. And the Spartans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
The Spartans really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They've already converted a couple of times on this drive. Now 1st and 10 from their own 39. Good timing on the quick out. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism, but they have had a plan for him. Whether it's man coverage, zone, they've been able to double him, they've been able to change up the looks, and they have not been able to get him involved in the game, and that's why they're going to win this one.
Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his big tight end.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Jordan. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. The give to the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Finds his big tight end. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. 1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Coates. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Michigan State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Here's the pressure. Wide open, he makes the catch. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. And the Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab, it's Coates. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Quick strike complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Spartans are in the hurry-up. They just keep firing. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you could tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Offense, you got got to do a better job. There's got to be more sense of urgency protecting your backup quarterback. You've already lost your starter due to injury. Now that the backup's in...
Lets it fly deep downfield. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They want that clock to run. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. The Wolverines lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built a lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. To the air, it's Harper. Fires to the tight end. Found some room, but needed a little bit more. Had to get it to the 40 for the 1st down, and now it's 4th and short. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory.
And you've got to feel good if you're this offense, right? To come out and to make as many plays as you did in front of your home crowd.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Now adjusting. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. They'll start this drive going to the air. Under fire. Going to try to get it himself. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. He's taking a deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And the Spartans want to move quickly. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
And the extra point is good, but that's just a little window dressing, and the game is over. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for me.
Bragging right.